Hello y'all, how y'all doing today? Thank you for watching my DIY video. Okay, today we are gonna make a wall mount weight storage. Alright, so we're gonna do this. So these are the plates that we're gonna use because these are the only ones we use right now, and then we're gonna leave it a little bit longer so we can, in case we need more storage later. So we already put them on here. So I already did the pre stuff. So we're gonna use these. So I already did the holes. We just gotta drill them. So we're gonna go ahead and use these so we can put them on there and then put them on the wall. So first we're gonna do the holes, and then we're gonna paint it so we know where the holes are at. So now we have the hole screws in there, so we know exactly where they're at. We're gonna go ahead and paint it. So when we paint it, so we know where the holes are at. So when we put it on there, all right, let's paint this. Okay, so it's painted. I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna let it set for about an hour or 2 hours, and then come back, and then we're gonna put it on. By then we should already be over there in the gym putting it together. So we're just gonna let it dry up. This board doesn't have to be painted all the way because it's gonna go on the bottom. It's just so it can have a tilt. Then the rest of it, we're just gonna hook it up and all that. So these are the screws that we're gonna use. So these screws are not that big, but they're long enough. They're long enough to go through this and go through the 2x4. I don't know what sizes these are because these are already had. All this stuff I already had. So most likely you probably have stuff around the house if you do a lot of DIYs or you do your own stuff. So that's pretty much it for right now.
2 hours later.
Okay, so this is how you find the stud. This is how you find it, the 2x4. So that's one right there. So you mark it right there. Now you shove your drill in there. You see how it stopped? It stopped because it's hitting the 2x4. If you go over here, it went all the way in. If you go too far this way, there's a 2x4 there. You're a little bit more, you passed it. There's not that much room for you to find it. See? So there's only this much room to find that 2x4, so most likely it's in the center. That's how you find the 2x4. You just shove it in there, you have little holes. This is gonna get covered up by the 2x4 anyway, so it doesn't matter if you put a holes in it, you're gonna cover it. All right, so we have 4 different kind of screws, but we're not gonna use all these kind of screws. These are the ones I already had. I already had these. So we're gonna use the fat one, which is this one, because these I had more of. I have more of these. I have more of these, but these are too thin. I'm afraid they might snap off. So we're gonna go ahead and use this one, which this one is about 4.5. So it's about 4.5 inches. So we're gonna use that one. Then the head is maybe about 1/2 inch. So it doesn't matter on the head, but we're gonna put I'm gonna put washers on them. The washer that I'm putting is probably about 1 inch. So we're gonna use that one. So we're gonna use these. First, we're gonna add these things to them. This screw, it's about 1 1/4. So 1 1/4. And the head is probably like 1/2 inch. So we're gonna add these to them. So right here on top, I already measured, and then on the bottom, I already measured down here. So I already measured right here, and then so the line can stay straight all the way up to here. So 2x4 is gonna go like this, so I know where it hits. And then of course, you saw earlier, we already put the holes. So we're gonna add these to them now. One of them's longer than the other one. So the size of these depends on which ones you want to get. But these are 1/2 inch. Supposedly they're 1/2 inch. And then they're like maybe about, they're about 6 inches. Depends on which one, how long the pipe you want to get is up to you. All right. So I don't drill them all the way in, so I can put all of them in there first, just so I can make sure they're all in. So they're all in there correctly, and then I tighten them again. We're gonna add this one. That should grab it. Once you grab this one. All right, so for this one, we're just trying to grab this 2x4 because this one's gonna grab onto it. So we'll just put these in. saw how that got sucked in? That's how you know you got the 2x4. When it got sucked in, that means you got the 2x4. If it does not suck it in, do not keep going. And then always pull it to make sure it's well fixed. And just hit it. Loosen it a little bit. Position it. There you go. Yeah, because if you don't do that, and when you put your weight on it, it's gonna fall on you. So always make sure you pull it. Remember, you're dealing with a small 2x4. In the wall, there's only a small 2x4 that's this big. So you have only this section right here to try to hit it. So it's a hit or miss. So see? That's not coming off. So then we put in these things. I'm gonna put the biggest one on top because these are the smaller ones that I wanted to put in. And these. They sell the couplers for this, but I didn't buy them, and you'll see why. Because when you put them in there, they don't fit on some of them. Plus, it was extra. I didn't really need it. I'm not really trying to impress, so I don't need that. So I didn't buy it. All right. All right. So we're gonna put the weights on here. So this is what I was telling you about. See how small it is? So if you were to put the coupler on here, it wouldn't fit. Plus, I don't need it. So I like the way it looks like that. So we put these weights. If you were to put these, they fit. But since I have two different kinds, I'm not even gonna worry about it. So I'm just gonna do it like that. See? Same thing with this one. Small. The bigger ones. There you go. So this is the 6-inch pipe, I think. This one was longer. So yeah, I think this was the 6-inch one. And this one was the smaller one. So this one is the 5-inch. This one was the 5.5-inch pipe, and this one's a 6-inch. So the 6-inch fits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weights on there. So I have more of these than I do these. Now the reason why I slanted it, you see the slant right here? Is so it doesn't fall, and so it doesn't slide off. See? And then with the ridges on this thing, it'll kind of hold it. Okay, and then we got these. These are bigger and the holes are smaller. See? These are the 25-pound ones. So we got the 25 pounds, the 10 pounds, and then we have the 5 pounds. So I think that looks nice. And that's not going nowhere. Not going nowhere. Nope. So I think that looks really nice. The addition. All right, hopefully you liked our video, our DIY video on our storage weight plates. And hopefully I'll make one. Just be safe out there and make sure that you know what you're doing, because if it falls on you, you're gonna get hurt. You don't want this falling on you or collapsing on you. That's the way we made ours. For what we need, we're fine with it. We need to put some more here. We can put 1, 2 more if we wanted to. Or we needed more of these. We'll put 1, about 2, or almost 3. Probably not 3 because that one's in the way. So probably like 2 more. The same thing with this one. 1, 2, probably like 2 more. So all we have to do is just buy the pipes and add them. You can always buy the pipes longer to adjust it to put more stuff on it. I just don't know if it'll weigh it down or break it. I don't know. I wouldn't put too much weight on one pipe. Okay. Hopefully you like our DIY video on weight plate storages. So this is the storage for that. So now it's all off the ground and we keeping it on the wall nice and neat. All right. And until the next time, stay healthy, my friends. Bye bye.